It's a coffee kind of morning. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. This is Robert over at Blocks Sonic Wafers. I just saw Rachel on her live stream, and she was showing a bootleg MoFi Beatles set that I thought was interesting, and it inspired me to show some of my Beatles that you cannot sell on Discogs. This is just a smidgen. I've got a few more than this, not a ton. Uh, but anyway, I also wanted to say that I saw Sue on the stream yesterday, and she's looking well. I wish her the best, and Rachel, of course. So, going way back in time when the dreaded MP3 just started sneaking into our culture and unfortunately became very popular with the young kids. This is a bootleg of a bootleg. The Beatles CD-ROM. It's kind of dirty. You can tell by the backside that it's been copied, but that shows what's included on this disc. So it's got every one of the Beatles albums, plus it's got all of the compilations. It's got the Beatles oldies there. It's got the red and the blue, the rock and roll, uh, Beatles love songs, the Beatles at the movies, and it's got rarities and both past masters on here. For Windows 95, 360 tracks, 20 hours. Unfortunately, I just tried this on my Windows 10, and it tells me that this app cannot be run on Windows 10. And the reason for that being is they also included the player in here. I don't know if y'all remember Music Match and all those things back then where you could use that player to play MP3s or WAV files or whatever. It was included on here, and it won't run that. But you can access all the files for the music, which what they've done on here was they had each album in its own file in WAV format with no indexes whatsoever, so you just have to listen to the entire album on each one. But anyway, that is from the prehistoric days of MP3, even though it is in WAV file. In WAV, that's an awful lot of music on one disc. But anyway, there's that. Now we're going to get into Russian Beatles. I'm sure a lot of you all probably have these or some of these, but they're pretty good actually, and each one of them has two albums on it. The sound quality's not horrible. So this one has With the Beatles and Please Please Me, and each one of them generally has bonus tracks. This one's got Johnny B. Good, Bad to Me, the 12-bar original, Mailman Bring Me No More Blues, and Love of the Loved, which makes 33 tracks total on this disc. Here we have Introducing the Beatles, the VJ album, and Meet the Beatles, the Capitol version of With the Beatles. So we've got quite a few bonus tracks on this one. Lucille, Sure to Fall, That's All Right Mama, the Honeymoon Song, I'm Gonna Sit Right Down and Cry Over You, Lonesome Tears in My Eyes, So How Come, and that's SOW, I Got a Woman, Don't Ever Change, Cats Walk, I Forget to Remember to Forget. Here we have the Beatles' second album and Something New, which are both Capitol albums, which did not really exist in the Beatles catalog over in the UK. The bonus tracks, I Saw Her Standing There, One After 909, and you can assume these are different versions. I Hate to See the Evening Sun Go Down, Snake, Shake, Rattle, and Roll, Medley, Kansas City, Miss Ann, Lottie, Miss Claudie, Blue Suede Shoes, You Really Got a Hold on Me, The Walk, Teddy Boy, Brian Epstein Blues, and Talking About You. They also give you the date of the original release. Whoa. They also copy the original labels. And each one of these generally includes the artwork from the original albums. When I came upon these in the way back when, you could not get any of the earlier Beatles material on CD in stereo because, as you recall, when the UK, when they officially released that stuff, they went mono only on the original stuff because that's the way the Beatles wanted it. Here's Beatles 65 and Beatles 6. Also Capitol versions that were not part of the Beatles catalog. Bonus from me to you, Babies in Black, I'm a Loser, Don't Bother Me, This Boy, What's the New Mary Jane, Come and Get It, Day Tripper instrumental, and Stand By Me. So this is the Beatles version of Come and Get It, which was a hit for Badfinger. It's on this. And here we have both versions of A Hard Day's Night on one disc. And the bonus material, Leave My Kitten Alone, If You Got Troubles, that means a lot. Christmas Time Is Here Again, A Hard Day's Night, Can't Buy Me Love, and I Saw Her Standing There. Yellow Submarine and Get Back, and I'm probably getting out of order of release, but this has got the Yellow Submarine. This is the Capitol version, and it's got Get Back, which is the original mix on here by Glenn Johns. Is that right? This was the version that was issued, I think, to a few radio stations before they pulled it and had it remixed. It's got Teddy Boy on it. And so it's got the Long and Winding Road and Let It Be prior to being specterized. So it's like the Let It Be naked versions, basically. Let's all have a sup. I don't know if you can tell in my voice, but I've been terribly sick for about 4 days now. And I'm feeling much better today compared to yesterday, but I'm still not back to normal. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band and a collection of Beatles oldies. There are no bonus tracks on this one. both versions of Help. You've got your UK version, and you've got the US version with the soundtrack instrumentals. And as a bonus, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 takes of Help, the song, and Ticket to Ride with no fade out. So you get to hear the song Help all the way through the creation process. Good stuff. Beatles for Sale and Rubber Soul. I don't know why they put those two together. Bonus track is Heather, Goodbye, Two of Us Rehearsal, Get Back Rehearsal, and Susie Parker. Revolver and Magical Mystery Tour. Bonus, we've got Here, There, and Everywhere, Strawberry Fields Forever orchestral score, and Your Mother Should Know, Take One. I think that stuff's probably from the anthology. And here we have the White Album, and it's just the White Album. It's got a whole bunch of bonus on here, though. Rocker, Save the Last Dance for Me, Maggie May, Across the Universe, I Mean Mine, Dig It, Can You Dig It, Get Back, All I Want Is You, No Pakistanis, Child of Nature, Everyone Had a Hard Year, The Walk, All Things Must Pass, Get Back, Maxwell's Silver Hammer, Octopus's Garden, Come and Get It Again, Ain't She Sweet, Something, Old Brown Shoe, I love that song. All Things Must Pass Again, The End, Hey Jude, and Not Guilty. See, now we've got over to the Apple label. Let It Be and the Beatles Rarities. And finally, Abbey Road and Hey Jude, also known as the Beatles Again. This one has no bonus tracks. There's one of these I don't have, and it's the Beatles with Tony Sheridan, which I'm not too concerned about. I got these, I don't know how many years ago. It's been a long time, but I got them for $5 each, and definitely highly worth it. I'm very glad to have them in my collection, even though I've got the original and new release versions of each and every one of these albums. I've certainly spent enough money on the official product that they shouldn't be too concerned about these. Now, the people buying them in Russia, that might be a different story. Anyway, that's it for this. I hope everybody's doing well. I will see you in my next video of hopefully legitimate releases. Everybody have a great whatever day this is.